All right, this video I'm going to go over how to do the math because you're going to do that math worksheet at the beginning of class today. This is kind of your warm-up. So you should, look through all of this. In this activity, you will determine if Lake Powell is gaining or losing water each year. To start, you find the actual annual inflows or the amount of water flowing into the lake for 2000 to 2007. Then what we're going to do is compare the water inflows to the minimum inflow or the minimum outflow or the minimum amount of water that is being taken out of the lake. So if we know how much is coming in and how much is going out, we know whether we're like taking out too much or we took out less than was put into the lake. So here we have our average water inflow. So normal inflow right here, and then these are specific years, 62%, 59%, etc. So 100%, our average normal inflow is going to be 12 million acre feet. That's 100%. So to find out how much water the percentages in the graph represent, we just use this percent formula. So the first one is done for you. So 62 over 100 equals X over 12 MAF. Then you do, 0.62 times 12 MAF equals whatever your X is. So the water inflow for 2000 is 7.44. I'm going to go through the next one as well. Actually, I think instead of doing one that's so similar in numbers, let's go ahead and we'll do 2005 since that one's at 105%. Okay, so that's 105 over 100 equals X, and then that 12 MAF we still use. That's like the constant, the normal average inflow. So now what we have to do, we can divide by this, and then, so that would be 1.05 equals X over 12 MAF. And I'm doing this one step at a time instead of two steps like the example did. Now, in order to get this so that it's not in the denominator of a fraction, we're going to multiply both sides by 12. And I'm kind of running out of room, sorry. So 1.05 times 12 MAF will equal X because over here they canceled, right? All right, so now we have to do that. So I'm not going to do that in my head. I'm going to go ahead and do this times 12 equals 12.6. So that's 12.6 MAF equals X. So if you're doing it on your worksheet, and once you do this, you should have your own that will make a copy. You just click there and you can type in your answer. All right, so now what I'm going to do is I'm going to go ahead and do the second part for that one as well so that you can kind of follow along. So let me see. Let's just undo it all. Oh, that takes a lot longer than I thought. Okay, so while I'm clicking that, comparing the inflow and the outflow. So now we know what our inflow was that year. We want to compare how much went out that year to see, did the lake get more water in it? Like, was it a gain of water in the lake? Or did we use more than was put into it by rain? So assuming we have an 8.23 million acre feet outflow, we want to calculate net gain or net loss. So this one is really easy. They did, I can't use my pen over there. They did the calculation for 2000 right here. So 7.44, that was what was calculated in the example up here for 2000. So that's how much flowed in that year minus the amount that flows out. So every year you're going to use this. This is your constant. And that equals negative 0.79. When it's a negative number, that means it's a net loss. If it's a positive number, it's a net gain. So let's go ahead and do 2005. So we take our 12.6 million acre feet, 12.6 MAF minus, and again, we're using that 8.23 because that's like our constant. That's what they always take out of the lake for using, for drinking and whatever. And since I ran out of room, I'm going to slide that equals down here. Go ahead and go back to my calculator. So 12.6 minus 8.23 equals 4.37. Now that is a positive number, so that's 4.37 million acre feet. So what you'll do over here is you'll write down 4.37 MAF. And then what you want to do is just say, is it a gain or a loss? And since that's a positive number, it's a gain. Okay, so that's all you have to do on the real data. You've got 2000 done for you. I just went through and did 2005. So just make sure you do the other 6 years before you turn it in. All right, that's it.